Hey, this is Alex McMillan, your success coach, and today we're going to discuss maximizing your metabolism. We're going to want to start that by eating healthy and getting your nutrition well. Secondly, we're going to want to make sure you're doing the appropriate level of strength conditioning to keep your muscles on fire and tone so that they want to actually continue to burn the most amount of calories. We're going to third discuss getting some cardiovascular exercise into your body. But did you know out of those three, the most important component is nutrition? Because it's so easy to overeat calories and it takes a lot of effort to exercise those calories off. So the biggest control we can have to making sure that your body is in fat burning mode is by what you're eating and eating it at the right time. Okay, so let's discuss what you should be eating. Well, first off, you're going to want to eat a healthy protein source about 4 to 6 times throughout the day. Now, 10 to 15 grams of protein should do it if your goal is just body fat loss and maintaining your muscle mass during the process of leaning out your body. If you are trying to add a little muscle, you might need closer to 15 to 20 grams of protein in those intervals that I just discussed. The next thing you're going to want to have is low glycemic, okay? Low glycemic carbohydrates that your body cannot easily convert into sugar. So your body uses blood sugar to produce all the contractions in your muscles and to give you all the energy you need for thinking and for doing certain processes in your body. And if you're eating foods that are closer to sugar, high glycemic carbohydrates, then your body really doesn't have to go after its fat source for energy. It can just get all the energy it needs from the food you're eating. Hence why nutrition is so important. We'll discuss what those low glycemic carbohydrates look like. And then the third thing is you're going to want to have a healthy fat source. A healthy fat source is going to give you all the nutrients you need for good metabolic production and all the other things that your body needs to do. Alright, so let's take a look at what a good, healthy, fast-track metabolism day looks like. First off, when you wake up, you want to eat within about 30 minutes of waking to get the fuel on the fire and get that fat-burning mechanism started in your body. Well, that might look like having, let's say, a smoothie shake in the morning. Now that smoothie shake's going to be with about 10 to 15 grams of protein. Could be a soy powder, could be a whey powder. I use a vegetarian-based powder that's a complete protein source by a company called Rainbow Light Protein Energizer. You can get it on Amazon.com or at most of your health food stores. But ultimately, you're going to want to find a protein that's about 10 to 15 grams. As far as carbohydrates go, I like to add fresh berries or frozen berries. Either way, it's fine. I like frozen berries because, you know, they're already ice. Fresh berries if they're in season. Okay, so with that, about a cup of those. Then as far as sweetening that goes, you're going to want to use something called stevia. Now, I use a brand called Truvia because it doesn't have a bitter aftertaste. Long story short, you can use an artificial sweetener if you want. It's just a matter of preference for you. I just don't want sugar added to this at this point in time to stay in ultimate fat burn. All right. Then I'm going to maybe add a cup of water to that or less because I want it really thick for myself. I have a good blender. And then from there, maybe I like a little crunch, so I don't mind adding a few almonds, like 5 to 10 almonds in there or some cashews for that little bit of grittiness. Some people don't like that at all, so maybe you just eat your healthy fat on the side. That's up to you. You blend all that up, and that's your breakfast. You want to make sure that you keep those portion sizes somewhere to the tune of getting 150 calories to 200 calories for that smoothie in the morning. Now, the next thing you're going to do here is you're going to eat 3 hours later. That 3 hours later snack meal might be a healthy protein source like some lunch meat or some type of another energy bar or another smoothie or something like that. Okay. Now that also should be coupled with maybe a low glycemic snack choice, and that might be like half an apple, could be a half of a piece of fruit, could be a half a cup of fruit, could be a carrot, it could be whatever little vegetables that you want to eat. As long as they're not high starchy vegetables and you're combining them with that protein, that's going to be key. Then at lunchtime, you might choose to have, let's say, a salad with some chicken on it, or some tuna fish, or some fish, whatever you want to do. And then maybe some olive oil, some lemon juice, some garlic, some cumin, whatever you want to do to season that up, maybe a little balsamic vinaigrette, so a little dressing that's healthy for your body. The protein source on that should be about 3 ounces, or roughly the size of a deck of cards when the protein is cooked. If you're going vegetarian, then you're going to have to be more creative, again, supplementing with maybe tofu or some other kind of soy-based product to get your carbs where you want them to be. Or you have to combine a lot of vegetables to get those proteins where you want. All right, moving on. The next thing is another healthy snack could be the same as what you had in the morning. Maybe it's half a fruit or a half a cup of fruit with some lunch meat or another protein source. Or maybe it's an energy bar that's around 110 calories. I personally like to use a couple different products that are leaner. If you have questions for me, just go ahead and ask me what products I use. That's fine. I don't want to try and push any products right now. I just want to tell you what you should be doing to maximize metabolism. Well, then from there, dinner time comes around, you're going to eat, again, I like in this fat burning mode, a stir fry without a lot of oil. Like if you're going to use oil at all, use it after the fact. Just cook with water. Maybe some peppers, some onions, some mushrooms, some asparagus, some broccoli cut up, maybe some cabbage, and all that stir fried up. Low glycemic vegetables again, maybe 1.5 cups, 2 cups of those. If you're going to go with another salad, again, 3 to 5 cups of leafy greens is going to be great. Another good source of protein in the evening. Now maybe you're going to have a little larger portion of protein at night because you want to fill your stomach up to get you through the night. So maybe 6 ounces of lean protein like chicken, fish, something like that. If you're going to have a fattier protein, you're going to have to take the portion size down closer to 3 to 5 ounces, or else you're just going to have too many calories, throw yourself out of fat burn. Then maybe if you're still hungry at night and you're up late, you need another healthy snack, maybe you go with some type of a low sugar, okay, snack, more protein in the evening, okay. Again, maybe another shake that's more on the protein side, use some stevia to sweeten that up. I use, again, a particular product that has lots of protein in it for munchy foods even. And again, I don't want to push any products. So the bottom line is that you just want to get a low glycemic, healthy protein source in the evening. So with that being said, you've got your metabolism now working for you. And your body's in maximal fat burn mode because you've got the sugars down, your body's looking for extra fuel, and it's going to start to figure out how to go after fat. The first 3 to 4 days of doing this, you may feel a little bit hungry, but once your body gets into that fat burn mode because you've been eating every 3 hours, you've been eating that 10 to 15 grams of protein, eating that low glycemic carbohydrate from vegetable sources, okay? At this point in time, if you're drinking half your body weight in ounces of water, so if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be drinking 100 ounces of water per day, spread throughout the day. Of course, stop maybe a couple hours before bed so you don't wet yourself at night or have to get up, all right? You should be on fire. With that said, you're going to want to make sure that you stay motivated and positive on why you're doing this. There's going to be times where you're going to be tempted by other things. Maybe you go out to eat and it's hard to just choose the vegetables and the proteins. If you're eating every 3 hours and if you've made it past that 3 to 4 day period before till your body gets into that fat burn mode, you should be okay if you're focused on why you're doing this. Remember, don't go off of feelings. Go off of what you want. What is it that you believe in is right? Once you get down to your optimal body weight for optimal health, and once your body figures out how to burn fat, your stomach's going to shrink down to the appropriate size. Your brain's going to come in line with your body, and you're going to find yourself being able to make healthier choices after you get through that period of what we call rehab. You know, getting that body through detox and letting all those past cravings for foods that really weren't helping you but were hurting you. Don't look at those foods as, when do I get to start eating the foods I really want to? Start looking at, when do I get to live and thrive and live the life that I want? So with that being said, the next thing you're going to want to do is strength training. We'll talk about that in the next video, but for now, maximize your metabolism by doing what you know is right for your optimal health, and we'll move forward to great success. Again, thank you again, Alex McMillan, your success coach.